Hey everyone, welcome back to Clever TV. We're chilling here in the summer lounge. I'm Dana Ward with Jocelyn Davis.
Hello.
And we are so excited. We have like one of the funniest YouTubers out there and an original Twi guy. So crazy.
Probably the original Twi guy.
KalebNation.
Hi there, I'm Caleb.
Caleb, hello.
So serious.
Very serious
so
business
serious?
here. No, I usually start off by going like, "Hey, Nationeers," and I like, jump at the camera or something like that, like I'm coming out.
Oh, but you got it in there.
Is that cool for Nationeers?
Nationeers, that's awesome. Yeah.
So what are we supposed to do in response?
What are you supposed to do in response? You're supposed to be like, well, I never see anyone do a response because I just do it to you.
We can do it now. We can be like,
do it.
Hey, KalebNation.
Hi.
Hey.
So let's talk Twilight. Because
yes.
We are always covering Twilight, obsessed with Twilight. And you started one of the most popular fan sites, TwilightGuy.com, for like the hidden fans out there, guys who need to come together to have a forum now to admit to the world.
That's
Is that
my
why
website.
you started it?
I kind of had two reasons to start it. It was, let's see, 2 years ago in 2008, and I had seen how big Twilight was getting. It was starting to get this giant thing, and I had my regular blog, which was just my website, and I'd been blogging about Twilight stuff, but I never knew anything about it. I just blogged it because if I posted something about Twilight, then all these people would suddenly come and comment on it.
Yeah.
And then I put up this post one time, randomly. I thought, oh, I'll do a spoof post, and I'll say, KalebNation has been cast as Edward Cullen in the Twilight movies. I didn't know what any of that stuff was. I just spoofed it. And within...
What kind of response did you get?
Within 2 hours, I was swarmed with fangirls wanting to basically kill me and being like, please, Summit, do not use him as our Edward. Anyone but KalebNation as our Edward. He cannot possibly be Edward to us.
Oh my gosh.
And I had to rebuild what tiny bit of self-esteem that remained and admit that there was something in this series that made all these girls go crazy, and I didn't see any guys in it. I didn't have any guys to talk to find out what is up with these books. What's the deal? So I thought, oh, well, I'll start TwilightGuy.com, and I will do a chapter-by-chapter summary of each chapter in every book from a guy's perspective. So for me to find out, and for all the other guys in the world that didn't have other guys that had read it before, so that they can have some insight into why the books were so popular.
Well, of course we have to ask, which is your favorite book?
Twilight, the first one, is definitely my favorite.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you pick that one?
I think because whenever I first read Twilight, it was really fresh to me. It was my introduction to the world, and I liked just all the different elements. It kind of seemed to be a complete saga all of its own, pretty much.
The introduction of all the characters and everything. A lot of people say that, but I saw your review on Eclipse, and you liked it, but what I was dying about was your review and like you talking to Jacob.
Yeah.
Being like, dude, she doesn't like you.
At the actual premiere?
At the premiere.
What was it like being there?
Well, the red carpet premiere, because I've been to all the premieres before, and the last two were at like a different theater. They were much smaller. The fans were
in Westwood, right?
Westwood, yeah, it was different. This premiere was at the LA Times Film Festival, and it was like a giant media event. Our spaces on the red carpet were like this small. We were squeezed in with my camera person hiding over my shoulder, and it was just a total media blitz thing going on, and it was lots of fun because I got to meet a ton of people. I got to talk to everyone, all my friends that I get to see once a year at every premiere. So it was great.
There are a lot of like hidden Twi guys out there. What's like the craziest thing you've heard, or the most common thing I guess that you hear from Twi guys?
Well, because I actually have a feature where I have guys send me their stories about what they do to hide the fact that they're Twilight guys, but they're secretly fans. I've had guys that have secretly stolen their sister's books, and their sisters go hunting for them, and the guys are secretly hiding it somewhere because they want to finish it for their sisters to find out. But I've also had guys that have taken car magazines and cut the car magazine cover out and taped it over the Twilight cover so they can read it without other guys knowing they're reading Twilight.
Oh,
no
So
way.
it's craziest stories ever.
But you're a proud Twilight
I
fan,
am,
right?
I am, yeah.
You're proud.
Blogged about it everywhere, and I thought, you know, this would be kind of a small thing. I'll just blog about it for 4 people, and then Stephanie Meyer had to go and blog about it 3 days later. We got all these people.
She loves your site.
Yeah, she loves the site.
Very
she read
cool.
it back then, so. And then I was kind of out. Everyone knew I read Twilight. So now I have all these guys that always come up to me at conventions like, you're the guy that read Twilight. Don't tell people, but I read it too.
I love it. I love it.
So of course we want to know, Team Jacob or Team Edward?
Oh yeah.
Gotta lay it out for us.
I am Team Edward.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel for Jacob, and I think that Jacob's heart is broken, but I think that Jacob should have gotten over Bella a long time ago. And he
Spoken like a guy right there.
gotta grow up.
Now, what did you think when all these rumors were going around about Breaking Dawn being in 3D?
Oh yeah. What's
Were you
your
a
opinion?
fan, or were you kind of like, I don't want to see that birthing scene in 3D? Because that was kind of like the big issue.
The baby flying out.
Birthing scene in 3D. Oh, that hurts to imagine. Yeah, like flying at you in the theater. No. I didn't really think too hard about it because whenever 3D movies come out, I don't usually go see them in 3D. I just go see them normally, even if it comes out in 3D. Because I don't know, 3D is cool, but I like seeing it flat on a normal screen. I'm kind of like, I guess it's old-fashioned in a way.
Yeah, it's the old school.
Yeah. I'm only 21 and I'm talking about old-fashioned things.
It's what we're accustomed to, right?
You're right.
So what's your opinion on Breaking Dawn being, now it's official that it's going to be 2 films, but of course for a long time there was a lot of going back and forth about it. Are you happy that it's going to be 2 movies? Or?
I am. I'm happy about it because I know that Stephenie Meyer is producing both of them. And I know that this is the only one that she's producing, so I know that if she was involved in it and made it 2 films, and there's something in Stephanie's brain that says this has to be split up at some point. So I'm pretty much a fan of it because I know that she's not going to go wrong.
What's going to happen after Twilight's over? Like, what's going to happen? Is the world going to melt?
Yeah, after the world recovers a bit from the constant crying.
Well, we haven't really, because I don't really know what to compare it to. Like, I wasn't there whenever the last Star Wars, well, I was there when the last Star Wars movie came out, I guess. But I don't remember what happened whenever, well, I guess like the first 3 when that one came out. So the only thing I can compare it to is like, what's going to happen when the last Harry Potter movie's out? What's going to happen to that giant fandom? What are they going to have to look forward to? So I'm sure like Stephenie will write other books, or there'll be other Stephenie Meyer movies for them to transfer over to, I guess. Or they'll be like what happened with Harry Potter. We have Harry Potter, then there's the giant Twilight thing. Well, what's the next giant thing that will catch people's attention?
Would you maybe do a blog about that then?
I totally would, yeah. If I find what the next thing is, then I would totally start doing a blog about that. That'd be a lot of fun.
Again, from like a guy's perspective, you think?
Well, if it's...
Or would you do a different twist on it?
If it's a vampire romance story, that's the next big thing that I would. But if it's a bunch of guys reading it, that's why I didn't do HarryPotterGuy.com. So I was like, well, guys read it anyway, so I don't need to do a guy's perspective.
Exactly. Well, gosh, I am so excited to meet you. I have been looking for the ultimate Twi guy for a long time.
She really has been on the search, no joke.
I sent out a search on YouTube and now it's over. So thank you. Thank you very much.
It is the biggest Twi guy. Hello, Caleb Nation. You have to do it with me.
Oh, sorry. And if you guys want, he's freaking out right now. Sorry, I didn't catch the memo. And if you guys want more info, check out TwilightGuy.com.
TwilightGuy.com.
Yes, very cool. Well, thank you, Caleb Nation, for joining us.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate it. And we will see you guys next time right here on Clever TV. Bye.